Well, I just want to say thank you very much for all the comments I had yesterday from everybody, and I'm hoping that it put a bit of smile somewhere. In the situation as he is now, it's tis to stay in, stay safe. But what I'm trying to do is for all of us have a little bit of a smile and be positive, because we will all get through this. Now I'm doing a little story now, and it's called The Starch Amazon. I won a competition with a dialect competition 2 or 3 years ago with this one, so I hope that you'll all enjoy it. Oh, I heck, man, I can hardly tell 'ee now for grizzling. 'Twas 4:08 this morning, see, and I heard this noise below. Well, I thought 'twas my ma or one of my grandchildren, though I wasn't expecting no one. And then heard, and strangest sound, like a linnet 'twas, all shrill and high. Mr. Tonkin, are you awake, dear? It's Nurse Tiddy. I'm here for Nurse Barnacote. She's had a fall, poor soul. Will I come straight up? And then I hear these gate feet stanking up the stairs, heavy like a infantryman. Thought she'd be going through the planching any time. Well, when the door opened, 'twas like a vision. A starched Amazon. And then, without no invitation, she starts bustling. I'll straighten your covers and draw the curtains, Mr. Tonkin. Fresh air do aid the circulation. Am I right, Mr. Tonkin? And she turns and looks over her glasses at me. Oh, I must have looked like a cornered ferret, hair like a furze bush. It makes me ache to think of 'em. And then she reaches in this bag, takes out some books and starts reading. Tonkin, Arthur John Samuel, bed bath twice weekly. You don't mind if I call you Arthur, do you, Mr. Tonkin? Well, I was struck dumb, as you can imagine, and I think she took that as a no, 'cause she carries on with Mr. Tonkin this and Mr. Tonkin that. And where does it hurt, Mr. Tonkin? And tell me if you're uncomfortable, Mr. Tonkin. And then as quick as you like, she's on me, pulling back the bedclothes and dragging off my nightshirt. Well, I can't pretend I didn't need a bath. You know me, never was one for all that, and for a second I did feel a touch of embarrassment. But then she started soaping up, and I forgot all about 'em. Now, she wasn't no ever gardener or nothing, but hell, I aren't going to start get particular at my time of life, so I just lay back and took 'em. Imagine it, man, 1 minute you'm sleeping like a babby, and the next an angel in an apron is smothering her hands all over 'ee. I aren't religious, as you well know, so I know they wasn't in heaven, and I thank God for that, else I'd have missed. Well, she was prodding and pummeling and stroking me from my toes to my nose, and all the while paying me little compliments, all concerned like about my welfare. Arthritis is a terrible cross to bear, Mr. Tonkin, and you must miss Miss Tonkin terribly. Then, with a final sluice down and a flanneling behind the ears, she was gone as quick as she came. Well, I lay there a minute contemplating my good fortune and wondering what other delights the day had to offer, when it all of a sudden struck me that during all that time, all that care and coddling, sloshing and washing, I had not heard a single word to that dear woman. Well, I can tell you, I was up out of that bare bed quicker than you could say knife and over to the window. Nurse, I cried, nurse, wait. Here, nurse, I'm calling after her, trying to keep from cracking up. I just wanted to say thank you. She did look a bit taken aback. Oh, that's quite all right, Mr. Tonkin. All part of the service, you know, says she. And then she's off again. There's just one thing. I'm calling after her. Yes, says she. What is it, Mr. Tonkin? Well, you see, I aren't Mr. Tonkin. He's the miserable old bugger that lives next door. Thank you.